Hello, welcome to ABC News. I'm Karina Carvalho. Emergency services are bracing for more rising waters in Gippsland. The storms sweeping Victoria have led to another tragedy. A second person has died in floodwaters. A woman's body was recovered from a car in southwest Victoria this morning. It's believed to be that of a 20-year-old who's been missing for 2 days. It follows the death of a man in his 60s near Sale in Gippsland yesterday. Much of that region is still under alert. Major flooding is likely at Yarra Glen tonight, and this afternoon people in Traralgon were once again warned to evacuate. After waters receded in some parts overnight, hundreds of people have been able to go back to their homes. For many, that brought good news. Others weren't so lucky.
This road usually connects two sides of Traralgon. Today, it's a road to nowhere. As residents woke, the flood damage became clear. Mud, tree trunks and livestock were found tossed around by the water. The clean-up started early. Submerged cars were returned to dry land. After being displaced for the night, Leonie returned to devastation.
That mat used to be white.
She's now waiting on her insurer before the cleaning begins.
Yeah, so these chairs used to be over there. That was upright.
The streets around here are a hive of activity. As people arrived home to assess the damage, they've called in friends and family to help them in the mammoth task of clearing away the mud. Across the road, Ben Tunks was luckier.
We can see sort of the watermark.
And his inflatable boat became a life raft for residents of the tight-knit court.
Yeah, best $900 I've ever spent.
It ended up moored down the road. For many locals, the severity of the flood came as a surprise. They're now asking why.
Yeah, it's a bit disappointed that we didn't get a text message or something like that just to say that it had breached the major flood level, because that would have given us a little bit more warning maybe to get the kids out.
This afternoon they were told to evacuate again.
We are expecting to see another 80 to 100 millimetres of rain over the Traralgon catchment later today and throughout the night.
If there's an evacuation order, please get out. These are very, very serious circumstances.
Across the state, there have been 42 flood rescues since yesterday. There's more rain on the way, and with the deluge from the weekend still rushing through the system, it's washing the major flood warnings along with the water. The town of Sale is on alert. Some spent the afternoon sandbagging their properties in anticipation. Residents of the local caravan park were told to leave early.
It's a lot better to be safer and sorry, and because you can replace things, but you can't replace your own life.
Nicole Asher, ABC News, Traralgon.
So thousands of Victorians have spent another day in the cold and the dark after the wild weather cut power to properties across Melbourne's outer east, Gippsland and central Victoria. Fallen trees, smashed homes and blocked major roads, which saw locals join emergency services to clean up after the chaos.
Ben Cotton and Sarah Millman don't know where to begin the clean-up after their house was devastated.
There was just this massive crash, smash, glass breaking, and then the car horn just blaring, and we looked out and the tree had landed right on the car.
The tree also destroyed their front deck, narrowly avoiding the family sleeping inside.
It has come so close to hitting the house completely, and if it had been a metre or two to the side, yeah, we would have been dead.
Was that you up there? Were you up here early last night? Yeah.
It was a wild night for the residents of Olinda.
Every 10 minutes, just bang, bang, just trees coming down.
There were close to 7,500 requests for help in Victoria in 24 hours. Fallen trees were mostly to blame.
As of 9:30 this morning, there's 121,000 homes that are still without power at this stage.
Here in Montrose, you can see the damage that has been done. This tree completely uprooted, falling back onto the power line, disconnecting the houses behind. Clean-up crews have already come through, but there will still be a lot of work to do around the state. You can hear chainsaws in the distance.
As the clean-up continues, authorities are trying to restore power and internet to communities cut off.
It will be several days yet before some of the infrastructure can be restored and some of the power is regained to some of those areas.
But for many, the recovery will take much longer. Escaping her destroyed home in Kalorama, Marilyn Della has to stay with her family.
We couldn't stay in the house because she didn't know where the next tree was coming from. You just needed to feel safe.
It's the emotional cost of this week's wild weather. Talia Olatia, ABC News.